Hi there guys, in today's video of FlexiSTARTER we're going to be looking at how to set your default text. But before that, let's have a quick intro first. So today's video can be found on softwaretraining.co.za. We make short and easy to watch problem solving videos and we have daily updates. Otherwise, we're back in the program here. Now, for those of you that are new, this is a mini-series working with text, and we will leave relevant links in the description so you guys can actually follow along. Otherwise, if it comes to the default text, as you can see, you can have a variety of different options. Should I say the options are nearly limitless, but something to keep in mind. So let's say we switch to our text tool here on the left, which I'm hoping by now I don't have to explain where to locate it anymore. So let's say we've got test, then so I'm going to go to my selection tool and we change the font, maybe the scale a bit, and the color. And you'll see now we go to the text tool, we go test, and now it's reset it. Now let's say, this can be handy, but also frustrating if you don't know where to change it. So let's say you're working on design and most of your design is going to be using this font, scale, and so forth. Then you don't want to every time you make new text change it. The old way you used to do that, you would select it and make a copy of it and then just edit that text. It's by far the quickest way, but you can now just simply set the default. So now what we can do is to set the default, make sure nothing is selected, and then make sure your text tool is selected here on your obviously main toolbar. Now you can see we've got all the text options, color, and so forth. So now what we can do is, let's say we choose a font. We can obviously preview here, and also if you know what the font's called, just search for it. Let's grab something that's quite different that we're not using yet. Then you can set the scale. You can obviously play around with that, and then let's grab a color we've maybe not used here, which is, let's take a bit odd. Let me try the sky blue. Kind of like that color. Increase the size, and then obviously you can increase the spacing and all the other things. Now what we can do, so now as you can see also here on our default, here on the bottom left for our colors, the color has been changed. So now let's grab text tool, shortcut for that is T, which I just used, and go test. Test. Now you can see our default. It's no longer this orange one with like a very generically rounded text. So and then what you can obviously do, if let's say because the scaling can be a bit off, let's say you wanted the scale smaller, then select your text, scale it what you like it. You can either make a mental note or you can just select this, double click to select all of it, Control C for copy, and then we deselect, go to the text tool again with nothing selected, go to the scale, gonna double click, Control V, enter. Now if we take our text tool, the scale will be the same, which is pretty convenient. And like I said, if this is great if you're going to be working on a design where the majority of your text is a certain style. Then what you can simply do is, if you want a header, you can just with the same default, you can maybe go make it caps, header. Then you can just move this to where you want it, and then you individually change this. So you can go choose your new font, maybe color, and scale. So that way you're only changing the text relevant that you're not going to, or should I say the text that you're not going to be using often, and then your generic text will stay at a certain default. Otherwise, yeah, that is it on setting your default text. Like I said, it's a very handy tool, especially if you're going to be using a certain font and so forth a lot. But otherwise, we head here to softwaretraining.co.za. You guys will notice we've got a variety of different softwares we do cover, and also you can isolate your search here on the top right. It is, however, sometimes quite nice going through the list looking for videos, even if it's just an excuse to go through the list. But then if you do not find what you're looking for, you can always go here, request a training video, and then fill in the mini form and we will make that video for you. But otherwise, thanks guys for watching, and cheers.